the tag. Okay, there we go. Alright, so here is the next journal for me to add. So this is chapter 4, right? So tags and inserts and stuff. So the journal, isn't that cute? Like, that's just so cute. The cover was made by, her name's at the end, Lynn Hasty. I love it. And it's really kind of vintagey, so hopefully I can keep up with that. The pages, the signatures were done by Rosemary Morris, and she's kind of got like a fairy moon theme going on. And yeah, so I'm gonna do some fairies and a little bit of moon. I love that page. And then the pockets and tucks were done by Jessica Rapp, I believe. So it's a good thing we have this thing that, yeah, Jessica Rapp with 2 Silver Oranges. So we each have this thing in the back of our book where each maker puts notes in there about what they did and why or whatever. And then their name, so we can know who did what in the book. It's very handy. Alright, so this is kind of a cool pocket tuck thing. Like I noticed it's like a folder that's like, I keep saying like, I'm really sorry about that. That's glued together and it's just slipped over the corner. So that's kind of a fun thing. So here are the collages I did. See, I've got sort of moon fairy things going on. Right there. And there should be 3. That's the 3rd one. I don't know. Do they all look the same? Anyway. I actually collaged it, then I photocopied it. And the original masterboard backgrounds are just this. And then I just sort of piled on top of them. These may end up in there somehow, I'm not sure, but I photocopied it and then I decided cardstock would be better. So I've got them on cardstock, and I'm going to cut these into tags and things that will fit, hopefully fit, inside the pockets that Jessica created. So I think I'm just going to go along, find the pocket, like this one. Look at this. This is cool. This is similar to, this is more stiffer construction, but kind of similar to the bag thing I did. I like this one better. But this one was handmade and not just a bag. So I need to create something that's going to fit just inside that. So let's find out what size that is. Okay. From here on, we're going to do fast forward and I'll voice over because it takes me a while to do things. So to do this, I'm just going to measure the space that I need to fill and then find something to cut down to fit in there. I'm talking really slowly today, I'm not sure why. So my printer doesn't go all the way to the edge, so I have white edges to trim, so I figured I would do that first and then decide where I want this to cut off at. And then I have a guide that I've made just to, and I just took a cheap old plastic card and just decided, like, I have no official guide. I just decided those edges look like good corners for tags, different kinds of sizes of tags. I just cut them at random and then made myself a tag guide. And I am going to grunge this up. I just ink in the edges. Not quite as grungy as the book cover, but, you know. it'll work. And yeah, have you guys been following the journal collaboration with the 6 different people? This one is chapter 4. I think I said that earlier, so I've done 4. I have two more books to see. I think I send to APG, and she sends to the next person. So I think hers will be the last book that I see, which is cool. Can't wait to see. I've got 2 more to see. Can't wait. Alright, so the fringe or tie, tassel, what do you call those things? APG calls them floofles. It's actually just a baby wipe with some paint color on it. And I cut it short because I wanted it to fit inside the little hidey hole. And then I'm going to go on to the next one. So if you don't want to watch me, I don't show me making every single tag and journaling card or whatever for every single pocket. So you can skip closer to the end. I'll do a flip through of each of them, I believe. I have each of them on there. I did have some extra large fairies that I actually just put straight onto the collage and copied them. So that's what this one is, and I'm just rounding the corners. This can be a journaling card. I've backed it with the coffee dyed paper. I kind of like that grungy look. And yeah, I'll ink that up and then it will go inside. I don't know what kind of material that envelope is made out of. But yeah, it's transparent, so you can see through. It feels kind of waxy, but I like that you can see through it. It's kind of fun. So now I've got to find one. Get a small piece for this one. Just checking things out with my ruler, seeing which one's going to work the best. And I think I end up going with that little purple flower in the corner. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing the other artists, the other collaborators will be in my description box below, so you can link to their channels. I also have a playlist of all the 6-pack collab videos that I've been able to identify. As of this point, there's one pocket video. I haven't seen 1 or 2 people make their pockets. And, of course, they're all doing the tags and journaling cards and stuff now, so those won't be on there. But, yeah. So if you are, like, really following this and I've missed one, you let me know which one I've missed, and I'll get it added to my playlist. So this time I am just putting I guess singly through the hole, not doing the double ribbon through the hole, just going through it singly. We'll tie it off with some cotton thread. It's actually called warp, cotton warp from weaving. I've had it around forever. I haven't done any weaving for decades. I ended up cutting that way down. I just keep cutting. Pretty soon it'll just disappear altogether. I decided that one had to be short too because, yeah. And I ended up thinking, yeah, it's got to go somewhere else. I'm going to have to put something in that one without a floofle. And because I can't remember from 1 minute to the next, I had to get the measurements again. And we'll pick another thing to go into that spot. And there are some areas on these that are fairly plain. So I decided just to take one of those plainer spots and we'll just add some decoration to it. So I have some flowers with some numbers. It was a freebie. I can't remember who gave that as a freebie download, those flowers and numbers. But I was watching somebody who has one of those Ko-fi pages, and I went to her Ko-fi page and found some freebies. And then the butterflies are actually from a sheet of scrapbook paper from Michael's. Pretty sure it was Michael's and not Hobby Lobby, but, you know, could be wrong. There, so I just decorated that one up. And again, a little distress ink. Probably vintage photo, yeah. I'll just put that one in there just like that. And that one is a little short for that spot, so we'll keep working on that. Oh yeah, I think I ended up throwing it in the bag. There we go. It's in the bag. And then we're going to make a tag for that pocket. I have this little moon chart. I thought that would make a fun tag. So I'm trimming that down. With all the masterboard scraps and all the pieces on my desk, it looks like such a mess. This is how I work. You just don't know about it. Oh, and that cut out, but it's there. I also have a couple of original pieces that came out of the book. Like if you saw my last video, the part 1, where I actually did the masterboards, I explained that I had found a book about fairies in a thrift store and took all the bits out of it. It was interactive, so it had cards and things, and so there are some original from the book that are going directly into the pockets and tucks, and then some are copies. And hopefully, since this is, it's not commercial, I make them and put them on YouTube, but it's not commercial. It's not going up for sale. It's not any of that, so should be fine. And this time I'm putting a little pull tab, or a tab, on the top of this one. And I'm making it really skinny on the top of the front because I don't want to cover up the fairy. And then I made it a little bigger on the back so there's more support. And I'll add one of these scrapbook paper butterflies. Got to add some color down there. Even though I'm collaging onto them, it's kind of hard to tell that I've added something because it just looks like the masterboard. Just looks like it was already there. And I have another, that's another transparent envelope. And I have this. This one is original from the book and looks like it's going to fit. Oh, I do end up gluing it onto some more coffee dye paper, just so that it can have that softer color. And then that one was all kind of, it was not cut out straight when I cut it out of the original book. I was trying to preserve as much of it as possible. I'll just go around it and round all the corners. And that one's kind of cute. There's like a snail, and that's a fun little one. That's going into there. Oh, and I decide it should go the other way for some reason. And these are all pieces of the masterboard that I've glued onto coffee dyed paper. Again, rounding the corners, and then I'm sure we'll add some ink to it. So I've sped it up even faster, so you can tell I'm moving really fast. I felt like there was a lot of dead space, so I added a little butterfly stamp, and then I decided to add another one up at the top. 'Cause why not, right? And I think that says imagine or create. I can't see it during the voiceover, so. And this one has like a little folder already in there, so I'm just going to stick something in the folder. I don't know if you can hear the kids. The kids are outside in the back playing around. My nephew's 2 little kids, and they have friends over, so it's summertime. They're enjoying themselves. I put a little butterfly on that one too. That was kind of fun. Put the butterfly on there. And let's see if that still fits with the butterfly. It still fits. So I've got a couple of pockets there to fill. I have this one. This is another one that is original to the book. It's not a copy. Just put it onto some coffee stained paper. And yep, I made a few things without you watching. Get them added in. Got some floofles going on. This is another original to the book. It was fairy plants or something? I can't remember exactly. That one's a little tight and upside down, but it's going in anyway. Got one more spot to fill. So I made a little tag to just squish in there. Oh, and then another envelope. And there we go. Put that in there. You can see I'm not having you watch me make it all. Now I did make these 3 things. They came out of there. One of them was the map of Sussex, and then I glued the map to the back. Then I have a tag and a tag and a tag and a tag. Because why not? Or a card and a card. Because they're not really tags. They're more like journaling cards. Put those in there and the map. And that's it. And so here is the flip through. Not that you haven't already seen it all before. There's the hidden tag. It's fun just to look at these papers again, right? There's the clear envelope. And this little spot. I like that butterfly. And I ended up putting the moon tag, the moon stuff in that one. And then inside this envelope, which was already in there, I added a little fairy. And then this is where I put that little tag that I made. Just stuck it in. I like the purple flowers. And a long skinny tag. The Snail Riders. Another little fairy. So I hope you guys are enjoying this collaboration as much as the rest of us are. Make sure you check the description box below and go check out those other collaborators. Check out their channels, see what they're doing. Maybe you'll find their videos on the tags. Should be coming up this month, I think. And this one I put just a little tag, a little star hole in it. Another tall, skinny tag. The long floofle. And this one has that one. It's upside down, but I don't want to turn it around. It's boring on the other side. And that barely fits in there if you get it in right. And then those are fairy plants, I think is what it said. A guide to fairy plants. Another moon and fairy combined. And then this one, this interesting one, it's got the tag, or the journaling card within a journaling card. And another one, the journaling card inside a journaling card. And that one. Now all I gotta do is write my notes, and this is on to the next person. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.